Hey guys, Brian here from Raw Momentum. Last track day that I did with my 240, I kind of chewed through my harness. I actually messed up my headlights, so they don't go up and down anymore. I tried to go through all the wiring, couldn't fix it, kind of gave up. So what I did is I found like a DIY eBay solution. Going LED headlights, and all the eBay ones that I find, they're just the little squares or the little LED strips. Don't really like that. Don't think it fits the style of a 240. So I'm kind of upgrading that. Let me show you guys what I did. I bought these headlights here. I don't really like them, but the style of them is kind of weird. Not a big fan, but what I'm doing is these guys here have two parts. The top part is a high beam, the low part's a low beam. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna flip them, sleepy eye, and it's gonna work great. How do I know? I already did it. Let me show you guys. All right, so that there is just the low beam. The high beam you can see is hidden. You can't really tell, but it shows super bright. I love it compared to the stock one, and that is still sleepy eye with the headlight adjusted all the way up. I think it looks great, and I also have like daytime running lights on the Type X bumper. I think it looks phenomenal. I can show you guys how I did it. We'll start now. All right, also this is how it looks off. If you really pay attention, you can tell, but when you're up here, you just look at the car, it's kind of incognito. So to do this, we're gonna need a Phillips screwdriver. You can see every headlight has 2 bolts here on the black cover, 2 bolts here. My headlights don't work, so you gotta raise this guy up manually. There's a knob here. You can just turn that forever and ever and ever, and she'll come up eventually. You can do that also to put it down. So here, I'm gonna take those 2 bolts. Already missing one. Kind of started it, and I decided I'm gonna record it. Missing one. Be careful, these crack really easily. There's 3 tabs right there. You gotta be very gentle. They're old. It's a really old car, and you can crack them. A lot of them are cracked. That one isn't, this one is, so be very careful. You do not want to mess that up. So remove those bolts. Once they are removed, you can kind of pry this down. Again, be very careful. Mine's already cracked, kind of gives up easily, but there are the 3 tabs. Actually, disregard that. There should be 3 tabs. I only have 1. Someone's already done this, someone's already cracked this. But there's 3 tabs there if you have a good condition one. Careful. And put that down. Don't step on it. To remove the actual headlight, there is 1, 2, not there, and there is 1 right there, and another one right there that isn't there as well. Be very careful. These are really rusty. Depends on where you live. This is a California car, but there's a lot of rust, and these 2 here on the other side completely stripped out on me. So I kind of had to pry the whole housing down to be able to release the headlight. Try to be very careful. Use the right sized screwdriver. It's a Phillips, but grab the right size. You do not want to strip it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove the 2 bolts that I have here because I'm missing these 2. After that, we'll show you the next step. All right, so once you remove those 4 bolts, you can just grab the little silver lining, pull it out, set it to the side. This guy will just slide right out. There's a little plug here. It's a 3-prong plug. You can just pry it up. Just unplug it, grab the headlight, and you really won't be needing this anymore if you decide to do this upgrade, but they're still good. Now we got to grab our new one. This one here has 3 plugs. That's gonna fit your factory one, and this little red one is for the middle daytime running light. You can kind of set that to whatever you want. here, it should tell you top and bottom. If you're doing sleepy eye, the top is going to go to the bottom because we need the low beam part to shine through the bumper. All right, so this is what I mean. We're not going to use this little red one, but we have to plug that one into that. All right, so that plugs right in. I'll show you guys what I mean about the top being at the bottom. I'm going to go over here. We're going to turn on our headlights. And see there, it's facing up, but this is what I mean. The top part has to be at the bottom so that the low beam shines through the top part of the bumper. The bottom side of the bumper is going to be hidden most of the time, depending on how you adjust your headlight. But all we got to do is snake those wires. Since this has an extension on it, it's going to be a little bit longer. Just tuck that to the back. All this does, it literally just fits right in there. We're going to grab our chrome piece, put it on the top, put our bolts through, and that's basically replacing the headlight. And we'll cut back to the next part. All right, all 4 bolts are now in. Well, I actually found a couple replacements, so I might as well threw them in there. They're just very small Phillip bolts. Now all we got to do is put this guy right on. It's gonna be too difficult. Since mine's already broken, should go in fairly easily, or so I thought. There we go. Just press the tab in, the bottom second, and here you got to make sure it has these little clips. These little clips have to align with this hole. You can adjust that to wherever you want, but you have to make sure they are aligned so that you can fit your bolt right through. But like I said, you can adjust those, so I mean, you can kind of play with it. Makes it a little bit easy. Same thing with this side. Push it up, make sure everything's in there. Mine is terribly cracked. I want to replace it, but it's hard to find them not cracked. All we got to do, put those bolts through. I've got a couple here. Previous owner wasn't too nice and he lost a couple, so the ones that I have aren't really for this, but hey, they work. Yeah, you can't really see them, so it's all okay. See, we got a big one here. This one definitely doesn't go here, but hey, it works. It's gonna work. And here I'm trying to use the tip of the actual screw to get the metal, they call them speed nuts, I believe. You can buy them at like AutoZone. O'Reilly's has a pack. If you lose them, shouldn't lose them though. Next side over here, gotta find the other bolt. I think it fell into the car. Let me check. This is what sucks about having a low car. I gotta use a broom. Can't fit my damn arm under here. There she is. Let's put her back where we found her. Just one of them here. I'll show you guys what I mean about those speed clips, the speed nuts. Hole right there, goes right through. Grab our bolt here. Feed her into that hole. Easier to do with one hand. All right, next step here. You want to, this bolt here adjusts how tilted the light is. So the more you tighten this bolt, the lower the actual light gets. It's hard to tell from the actual video, but the actual light beam will go lower. If you loosen it, the beam will go higher. So what we want to do is loosen it completely. That's what I did, so that when it's sleepy, it's pointed as high as you can. That's all you want to do. You don't want to get it all the way down because the bolt's going to come off. I believe, don't want to risk it. So I go until it's loose, then I tighten it a little bit more. You can kind of maybe manhandle her up if there's a little bit of play. The housing of the LED light is a little bit thicker. It's a little bit wider than your original. You might have a little bit of an issue fitting it in, but it's like a plug and play. If you really want to set up this middle strip, you can wire in that third red light. You can put it as a turn signal. I have my turn signal separate from my running lights. So let me show you guys the high beam. The high beam, Not too much of a difference on camera, but both of them light up. You can see the top one, which is our low beam since we flipped it. Our bottom one is our high beam since we flipped it. So all we're using is a low beam. So also, if your car's headlights work, unlike mine, your motors, if you want this to be all the time, you want your headlights to turn on, but your actual motor to stay in the sleepy look, you have to unplug your motor harness. So, hard to show you guys here. I already unplugged mine, just because mine don't work anyways. But right off of this motor is a little wiring harness. This harness you have to find, just unplug it. Your headlights are gonna work, but your motors aren't. So your headlight is a completely different wiring system. So no matter if you unplug your headlight motors, your headlights are gonna turn on and you'll get this look. Mine's a little pointed down, depends on how you like your sleepy look. I kind of want it a little bit hidden because I don't like the lights really, but it's all up to you guys. Let's adjust this, turn it down a bit. You can see my light beam go down. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop close to where I lose most of my light. That's it. This one is the same. Like I said, you guys can choose how sleepy you want it, but this is a good upgrade if you want to take off those lights. Even if you don't want to do the sleepy, it's a good, I do actually really like it. It's a nice bright LED bulb, and you don't have to go with one of those little strips. So I think it's a good upgrade. This is my kind of street car, drift car. I'm learning. You can see the track day. I uploaded a video of me in it at Grange. I chewed through my harness. Wasn't too fun. And kind of gave up on fixing the motors because it's something in the wiring. So, alright guys, this is how it looks with the hood down. Headlights adjusted to how I want it. I think it looks great. Let me know if you guys want a tutorial on how to do the Type X, the sleepy eye look. Very easy. There's a lot of tutorials online, but if you want me to do it, I'll gladly show you how. We're gonna turn off the lights here, go full effect. Wow, that is actually really bright. Better than I thought, to be honest with you guys. Man, that looks great. Maybe the headlights could be adjusted a little bit higher, but that is for a later time. I think it looks great. I think it'll show. I'll be able to see everything with these lights better than the factory ones at the regular position. Man, those sucked. If you guys like the video, let me know. Leave a like, subscribe. You know, we're starting a new channel. A lot of things to come in this channel. I gotta get the other guys to make videos. You know, if you want to see this car drifting, you can check out one of the other videos. It was my very first time, the first laps that I made around it, around Grange. It was a lot of fun. Chewed up through my harness, but you guys already know, that's the life. There's an E36 four-door in our team, Fernando. He's going wide body. He's got nice wheels. And the RX-7, the FC, lots of things coming for it too. We're going paint, wheels, everything's gonna look super clean. Real clean cars in this team, you know. We're trying our best here, guys. So let us know if you want more videos. If you guys like it, you know, like, subscribe.